Hey there, South Park Middle School. It's your buddy Anderson here coming at you live, and I wanted to send a special shout out to my buddy Dylan Payne. Hey, just to review yesterday's lesson. We looked at the what natural resource is. We looked at renewable versus non-renewable resources. Make sure you pay close attention to the non-renewable coal, oil, and natural gas. Make sure in the future you can tell me why each one of those resources were important to the history and the growth of Western Pennsylvania. Natural gas currently because of the gas wells we have currently going on in the area. Oil because of Oil City, Ty Nesta, and Drake's well. And the history of coal and how some of the best coal in the world came out of Montour Mine, number I believe 5 and 6, right over by Rite Aid on Route 88 over there. We also talked about 3 environmental issues, which happen to be resource use, population growth, and pollution. And we explained why the population continues to grow, and those 3 reasons were improvement of waste disposal, improvements in farming, and improvements in medicine. And we also talked about pollution. Just a generic term, it's the contamination of Earth's land, water, and air. And the 5 types of pollution, which are chemical, is any chemical, waste, which is more commonly called litter, noise, heat, and light. And we also explained that pollution can cause human health problems, and also can have some negative aspects on wildlife and the environment around us. So, and then last night I asked you guys to look at the scientists or the people important in the world of environmental science on page 84 and 85. One person I like to point out is Rachel Carson. Believe it or not, she is from the city of Pittsburgh. If you go over by PNC Park, you will see the 3 yellow bridges, and one of the bridges is actually named after her. And she's important because she wrote a book called Silent Spring. Now, in the late 60s, the scientists discovered, or I should actually say created, a chemical formula that goes by the name of DDT. It was used to control the spread of insects, mosquitoes to be exact. And what happened is they were putting this chemical everywhere. It was like a wonder drug. It was a wonder parasite, and it controlled the pest population, and it was just great. But like everything, anything good, there's always something negative that's going to happen. What happened is the DDT got into the water system, and it trickled down into the fish. What happened were the American bald eagle, which is the symbol for the United States of America, would eat the fish, and that chemical would get into the bodies. And what would happen is the chemical would actually make the eggshells that the baby eagles were in very, very brittle. And what would happen is the eagles would sit on the eggs to warm them, and they would crack. And by doing this, the population of the American bald eagle went down rapidly. And that's why it was on the endangered species list for numerous years. And once they determined that DDT was the cause of this, they eliminated that chemical. And the American bald eagle population continues to rise. We're actually lucky in the city, parts of the city of Pittsburgh in the Hayes section, which is kind of over by Sandcastle, that area. There is the bald eagle nest. Matter of fact, you can actually go on to the website. If you type in Hayes bald eagles, there's a web camera that sits above the nest, and you can actually sit there and watch the birds. And I think last week they had 2 or 3 hatchlings were born. So that's a great recovery because they eliminated DDT. And that's all because of one woman, and that is Rachel Carson. She's right dead in the middle. So right there. All right, so we had that for homework. All you had to do was cut and paste a couple answers, so you were good to go. Next thing I want to look at on your book on page 86 and 87 is resource use. Now, this is explaining the cost and the benefit of using Mother Nature. So if you look at the page, you will see there's a scenic benefit, just looking at the beauty of the environment. The economic benefit is how can we make money off of the Mother Nature or that individual area itself. And there's the recreational benefit and the ecological benefit and making sure all the animals and all the trees and plants, everything is growing successfully. So it's like a seesaw. We want to make sure everything stays in balance so everyone can enjoy it. There's people that can prosper off of it. There's people that can just sit back and enjoy it. And you want to make sure that you always have the opportunity to make sure that the trees prosper, the plants prosper, and the animals prosper. And we all play a very, very important part in making sure all this is successful and goes on. So if you look at, for homework tonight, very simple, very easy, I want you to do on your worksheet, I want you to do environmental science, environmental decision making, and the costs and benefits. And I need you to read page 86 and 87, just 86, 87. Do not, I repeat, do not do section 1 assessment. Do not do that yet. That'll be coming up. Just a little housekeeping point. If you have a problem finding something, that's okay. I totally understand. You can just watch these videos. Everyone has a YouTube channel. Watch it and make sure that you're trying to keep up. Do not turn anything in yet. Please do not turn anything in. We'll worry about that all at the very end. We learn. Everything changes in this climate right now. Everything is changing. Right now, we're going to stick with this format using a videotape lessons, and we'll go on from there. To my homeroom, I miss you guys. To my second period, I miss you. To my third, I miss you. Sixth period, I miss you. Seventh period, miss you. And my ninth period, I miss you, but my dad also misses talking to you guys every day. So, hey, stay positive, stay healthy. Read pages 86, 87. Also, do me a favor. I was talking to the other fifth grade teachers. Make sure you're logging in and doing your work. If you cannot find either your English, your math, or your social studies, email your math teacher, Mrs. Rell or Mrs. Wonderland. Email your English teachers, Miss Bodo, Mrs. Elkin, your social studies teacher, Miss Laritson. If you cannot find something, or if you have trouble doing any of the work, make sure you touch base with them. Hey, it was a pleasure having you with me today. Today was Wednesday. And hey, go Edinburgh and always go Eagles. Bye-bye.